Hi, welcome to Pure Yoga with me. My name is Katja and I am very excited to share this Yin and Yang practice with you. So you will want to wear some comfortable clothes, have either 3 blocks or 2 blocks and a large pillow available, and also put a blanket close so you can stay warm in your Shavasana. And get ready for a practice that works with the opposites of being very still in some poses and then activating fire in other poses. Okay, so to begin with, come into any comfortable seat. In the spirit of a Yin and Yang practice, we're going to start with alternate nostril breathing. Choose either one of your hands and place your index finger and the middle finger in between your eyebrows. Your thumb and your ring finger will be used to open and close your nostrils, and the ring finger is just here looking good. Make sure that you're sitting upright. Your weight is evenly shared between both sits bones, your knees are comfortable, your feet slightly flexed, and there's no strain, no pain, tension in your shoulders. So take a deep breath to begin with. Exhale gently and try not to raise your shoulders very high when you're inhaling, rather keep them still. Once more, a deep breath in, exhaling through both nostrils, and then closing your right nostril, only the left one is open. Inhale left on 1, 2, 3, 4, close your left and exhale right, 4. Now inhale right, 4, close your right, exhale left, 4, inhale left, your right nostril is closed, then closing your left, exhale on the right, inhale on the right nostril, closing your right, exhale left. Continue in this pattern. Inhale left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left. And keeping your eyes closed, release. Both hands are down by the knees. Make sure you're still sitting upright. Take a moment here to adjust, to feel any differences. And then we'll do the same breathing exercise, this time with the other hand. Index and middle finger in between your eyebrows, the spine elongated, shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in through both nostrils. Exhale. The shoulders remain relaxed. Inhale again, both nostrils. Exhale fully. Then close your left nostril. Inhale right. Closing your right, exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Practice with closed eyes if possible. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And release. Placing both hands on your knees, sitting upright, your eyes closed. Take a moment here to assess how you're feeling. feel any tension in your body, and generally just noticing what is arising in the moment where you're asked to be still. Connect with your breath. Find a rhythm of deep, long breathing. And if you would like to dedicate this practice to someone or something or some kind of greater good, then feel free to set an intention. Okay, we are jumping right into a relatively strong yin pose. And for that, I would like you to have your blocks and your pillow close. The pose is called fire lock pose. And just take out and wiggle your toes and feet a little bit, as we're going to go back into pretty much a cross-legged seat. The way you sit cross-legged, change that. So I had my right leg underneath and the left one below. Now I'm going to take my left one below just to counterbalance it a bit. You want to flex your left foot, or whichever foot you have with a leg that is going to be on the bottom, and see if it's easy for you to bring that knee of that same leg down to the ground. If it's rather difficult, and I would encourage you to start with your blocks and then deepen into the pose as the time goes on, as we're going to be on every side for about 2 minutes. So the foot is flexed, protecting your knee, and then you take the other leg, flexing that foot and placing the ankle on the knee of the leg that is down below. Now, if this distance is relatively high, place your block in whichever way and come into this pose in a resting manner. So if you don't have blocks at hand, you can also use pillows here. You want to make sure that you keep sitting upright, and you can place your hands either on your knee and your foot or on either side. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, and you will probably feel some activation of muscles, adjustment of muscles around your hips, your glutes, your bum. So see how that pose feels for you today. And chances are that if that feels relatively strong, that will decrease over the time that you're in the pose. So just stay here, not expecting much, just feeling how it feels, making sure that you're keeping your feet flexed at all times for your knees to be protected. And then close your eyes. Deep, long breath in and long, deep breath out. This is quite a strong pose to start with, especially if held for a longer time, but embrace the challenge. We're going to stay in this pose for another minute. Feel free if you want to intensify slightly by changing positioning of the blocks or taking them out altogether. You want to feel like you're melting into this pose. And that melting sensation will be like the muscles that formerly held tension, they ease into the position that you're bringing them into. If you feel to keep the blocks, that is absolutely fine. So really go with where you are at today. You can start gently also leaning a bit forward if you want to intensify. And if you are amongst those that are very flexible and your hip flexors and your gluteal muscles are super subtle, then feel free to come into a complete forward fold. You can also place your pillow in front of you, placing your forehead on the pillow. Well done, we're changing sides. So to change sides, simply take your right leg, or the one that's on top, up. You can move your feet gently, but we don't really want to warm up for yin poses. So just place the leg that was formerly on top on the bottom. Place your block underneath the knee, keeping your feet flexed. Start in that rather high variation, so you're easing into the pose. You might wonder, for yin yang practice, if it wasn't more sensible to first do some yang and warm up. I really appreciate starting with the yin part, as it allows me to really drop into deep awareness of my body and look at what is uncomfortable. Look at what I might want to work with today. And if you're doing your own practice, starting in yin poses you know are challenging also encourages you to do more of poses like that when you come to your yang practice. Again, deepening the pose, changing the alignment of the blocks. Your feet are flexed, your breath is deep. Just check in here with your shoulders. Are they relaxed? How do your lips feel? What kind of sensations do you have in your jaws? Is your weight evenly distributed between left and right? Maybe it's time to go into the pose deeper, taking out the blocks. Allow yourself to release and let go. Allowing time and gravity to help you finding the melting sensation of your muscles. And then slowly come out of the pose. Your blocks you can put behind the mat, and then slowly releasing, no haste, come into a wide-legged seat. So spacing out your feet, you do want to keep that external rotation that we've been working on in the fire pose here, flexing your feet, and then instead of turning your toes in, draw them out and bring the little toes slightly out. So you're going to feel an activation on the inner thighs and that external rotation of both thighs. You want to keep that here, and we're going to go into a side stretch. First, to start with, take your right arm, bring it up, and slowly bring the right arm up and over towards your left foot. Your gaze will go up towards the raised elbow crease. And you can take your left elbow and push it slightly into the inner thigh of your left leg. The left hand with the palm facing up. Find elongation in the spine, even though you are making this crescent moon shape with the upper body. And then slowly extend the right arm, finding deep stretch in the whole right side of the body. Take a deep breath in here. And then we're going to bring the right hand down towards the left foot. Keep the right foot flexed. If you can, reach around the right foot. Keep the external rotation of both thighs. Your left hand can be just next to your left leg. And bring the forehead down towards the left knee. As a last variation, bringing your left hand behind you, come into a gentle twist looking over your left shoulder. And then prepare to change. So your right hand will be grounded, the right elbow gently pushing into the right leg, keeping that external rotation. Left arm rising, palm facing up, gentle bend in the crease of your left elbow, gaze up. Connecting deeply with your breath here. Dropping into the very moment. Sometimes in those poses we have nothing to achieve. Sometimes what gets triggered is impatience, frustration. So I invite you to simply explore those feelings. Slowly begin extending the left arm, deepening the side stretch on the left side of the body, and then changing, bringing your left hand around the right leg, placing your right hand behind you, drawing the upper body down towards your right leg. If it's difficult to bring the forehead down onto the leg, feel free to take your pillow and place the forehead on that. And then as the last variation, we're going to come into the gentle twist, looking over your right shoulder. Keep the external rotation of both your thighs, toes pointing to the outer edges of your room or wherever you are. Okay, fantastic. And then slowly coming back, shaking it out. Bring your feet to touch together, and then as if you are reading the soles of your feet like a book, which can be a little bit uncomfortable on the ankles. If your bones hurt here, just pull the joggers down or sit on the mat. You want to pull the soles of the feet. Michael's very dirty feet. And imagine like you're reading a book. You want to see all the letters on the page. Take a deep breath in here, exhale fully, and then we are going to shift to our first Yang pose. Bring your knees together, hug your knees in, elongate the spine here, drop your shoulders on the exhale, and then step your feet in a little distance away from your hips, and your hands got to be behind your shoulders. We're going into a table pose, so we're going to push our hips up until our shoulders, hips and knees are in one straight line. To adjust or assess the distance, you want to have your feet underneath your knees and your hands underneath your shoulders. Pushing your fingertips into the ground is very important though, to take strain out of the wrists, and your fingertips pointing towards your feet. Feet hip distance apart, and then slowly begin to rise up. Quite a strong hold maybe on your shoulders, but try to stay calm and comfortable. And now activate your core, activate your thighs, activate your quads and your glutes, because you want to now keep your hips level while raising first your left leg, stretching your left leg out. Keep breathing. Keep loving yourself, and this time finding your strength. Keep the left hip up. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, bring the left foot down and change feet. You can take a look towards your leg and see if there's any adjustments you need to make. If your right hip tips down, bring it up. If you feel like you're turning the right knee towards your left leg, bring the right foot out, straighten the leg. Hold, keep breathing, and then slowly release, coming down, sitting back, and now coming to lie on the mat. We are going into a pose called reclined pigeon. Starting on the left side, flex your left foot and place your left ankle just below the right knee. Now bring the right knee in, and you can either interlace your hands around the back side of your right thigh or around the right shin. So we continue in opening our hips, we continue working into a deep opening of our gluteal muscles like in the firelock pose. What you can do to self-assist that opening, you can take your left hand and push gently into the left knee. You can also do that bringing your left elbow into the inner thigh of your left leg and gently assisting it outwards. Drawing your right knee closer and thereby bringing your left foot further towards your right shoulder will also intensify the deep stretch of your gluteal muscles. So again here, this is a yin pose, so we're going to hold it for an extended amount of time. Deepening our awareness of the pose, connecting with the breath. What I really love about the yin practice is that yoga, just like anything else in life, can really become just a, well, repeating of what is comfortable. So it's all about how we practice, it's all about the intention that we set, and it's every day a new journey if you make it that. And that is not said that every day you need to do new poses. That is just a hint towards not finding all your favorite poses and only doing those every day. Sometimes you do want to, sometimes if not most of the times, you do want to work with expanding your limits. Guys, slowly prepare to change. Your right foot flexed just below the left knee. The left knee is bent, reaching your hands interlaced around the left chin. Deep breath. And slowly work on deepening your pose. Deepening the stretch that you can feel in the gluteal muscles on the right side this time. Keeping your facial muscles relaxed. And a smile on your face. Embracing every breath, embracing every moment. Chin is slightly tucked to the chest. And we're slowly going to release. And now coming to the next yang expression of this class. So slowly begin to rock yourself up. You want to round your back nicely and give yourself a spinal massage. Rolling gently or rolling vigorously, just as you like. And then we're coming into a boat pose. So as you come up, balance on the sits bones, lengthen, lifting the chest up and lengthen the spine. And then either stretching your hands away, feet up, or feet rising up all the way. Finding what is good for you today and hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. For the last 5, challenge yourself by either raising your feet up or bringing your hands to your heels and then sitting like that. Keep activation in the core and lifting your chest. The harder way is to definitely not have your hands attached. Last breath in here and slowly releasing. Well done. And then coming up. Shake your legs out, and we're now going to do a pose that might be difficult to see on the video, but I encourage you to stay on it. Basically take a nice and wide step and bring your left or the back leg knee down. So if your knee's almost on the ground, we're going to change here and right knee down. So we're going to step like this a couple of times, stepping the back leg back, dropping the knee down, not entirely on the ground. So I want you to find your rhythm of breath here. Exhaling when you're stepping back and down. Breathe, maybe dry breathing. Find steadiness in this motion. Find strength in your feet and surety of how you're placing your feet. Keep on going. You're doing well. 5 more on either side. 2, 3. And the last one. Well done. Shake it out. Come to a wide step. We're going into a forward fold, our inversion for today. Outer edges of your feet nicely drawn down. Slowly bring your hands down to the ground. Your head is hanging, your neck relaxed. Then bring your hands around your ankles. There can be a micro bend in your knees. Slight external rotation of your thighs. And if your head is already touching the ground, then heel toe your feet just slightly towards each other so you've got some distance to work with. Then grab opposite elbows. Allow your arms to simply hang, your head to hang, your shoulders to ease out. And then bring both your hands around your left leg, looking underneath your right shoulder, your right armpit, while drawing your hips towards the right. So you're going to feel a beautiful stretch here on the outer arm, outer right arm, into the shoulders, into the right side of the body. And then changing sides over to the right. Feeling that stretch now in the left arm as your gaze goes underneath your left armpit. Beautiful. Now come back to center and either bringing your hands around your ankles, bend your elbows, drawing the forehead down will be one variation. If you have an inversion such as tripod stand or handstand or headstand in your practice, then this is a very good time to do that. After your inversion practice, heel toe your feet back together, stepping back, coming into child's pose. You can choose if you want to have your knees wide open for wide-legged or your knees together for close-legged child's pose. And then slowly prepare to release your child's pose. And we're going to come into our last pose, a Yin Yoga pose, which opens our heart. So for that one, I want you to take your pillow. If you do have a blanket as well to cover yourself, place it right next to you so it's available. And then in blocks, also place them in distance or in a place where you can get to them. So in the spirit of the hip opening that we have been doing, this pose will now also open our heart. Slowly come to sit back, and you basically want your pillow to be underneath the upper part of the body so that your chest
is lifted, and your rib cage, that is your rib cage lines, is almost opened. So if it's too low the pillow, then you will feel like your belly is lifted. That's not the case. You want basically your pillow, if it's nice and big, if you have a bolster, even better, you want your pillow to really assist in the heart opening. Then your blocks you will use to work with letting your knees open, connecting your feet. So as if to go into a butterfly, let your knees fall open, and whichever height you need to place underneath either your thighs or your knees. It's just quite nice to really ease into this opening. And then this pose will be our Shavasana for today. So take your blanket and cover yourself, staying nice and warm. If your feet tend to be very cold during Shavasana, then put on some socks. Stretch your arms nice and wide away, palms facing up. And breathe in deeply, letting go of any tension that you're feeling in your body. We will start with this being our yin pose. So instead of expecting it to be Shavasana straight away, to be fully and completely relaxed, allow yourself to release, ease, and let go of any parts of the body that feel tense and that you discover are tense being in this pose. You can make adjustments if you need to. But I mostly invite you to relax your feet, your ankles, your knees, your thighs, especially your inner thighs. Relax your hips. Relax your upper body, breathing deep into your open heart. Breathing into your open throat. It sounds a bit weird. Sorry for that. Breathe into your face, your facial muscles, letting go with each exhale. Hopefully feeling warm from the inside out. And then you can choose whether you would like to stay in this pose for Shavasana or whether you would like to remove your blocks, stretch and straighten out the legs, and either keep the upper body propped up or bring the upper body down. Maybe take your pillow and place it underneath your head, so whatever feels good for you today. I wish you a beautiful Shavasana, completely and deeply relaxing, and I encourage you to take the time to take it and not jump off the mat and rush into your day or the evening. Once more, deepen your breath. Deep, long breath in. Gentle, slow, relaxed breath out.
time. Stay in your Shavasana for as long as you want, for as long as you like. For those who would like to end with the video ending, gently move your toes, your feet, your hands, wiggle your fingers, turn your head from side to side, hug your knees to your chest, and slowly, slowly, slowly come up. Taking a moment here to appreciate and be grateful for your practice. Thank you for practicing with me. Be free to subscribe to this channel for more of these classes. And I wish you a beautiful day, beautiful evening. Rest well or enjoy the day that is ahead of you. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Pure Yoga with Katja. Namaste.